Hi, Harper's Bazaar. I'm Kyle Abraham, Artistic Director of A.I.M, and I'm here with you for the Now issue. The dance work that you're going to see today is called 2x4. It's a work for 4 dancers. The music by Shelley Washington was composed for 2 baritone saxophone players. And in that context, it was 2 dancers and 2 musicians. Thus comes 2x4. The kind of themes that come in this work have to do in a lot of ways with differences, but also ideas around shape and support. So in some ways I was looking at construction in its most kind of streamlined academic way, but I also started thinking about ideas of support and how can we play with how we're supporting one another and also making this space to kind of have duality within a dance work. The origin story behind 2x4 really started with a commission by Gagosian Art Gallery. Antoine Sargent had reached out to me to be a part of a show that he was doing called Social Abstraction. When I looked at some of the artwork that was going to be included, I started getting ideas around movement vocabulary, but more than that, a certain kind of sound. I was looking at a painting by visual artist Devin B. Johnson, and it really made me think about baritone saxophone. The brown in his painting and just some of the textures that I was seeing, it made me think about that kind of guttural sound. And ironically, originally it started as a duet. And then I really wanted to think about this idea of support all the more, and I felt like I needed more bodies around me, I needed more support around me. And so I started approaching what was a duet in the form of a quartet. This idea of a singular figure being in some ways supported and in some ways manipulated by the people around them. The thing that is charging me the most right now to choreograph is trying to move through and persevere and push myself, hopefully make people feel seen, make them feel loved upon, make them feel empowered. The reach of dance is one that is dangerous, but it's also comforting. There's this beautiful space in the abstraction of what dance can represent that allow people to feel empowered and make them feel charged in fun ways. It can also bring up a lot of questions for people. So in some ways I'm here to question people, but I'm here to also make the space for them to have fun, for them to laugh, for them to cry, for them to scream. And all of that is a big part of what the now is for me. Now I'm thinking about hope. Maybe because, you're in the room with me while I'm making a dance, and I have to remain hopeful that I can continue to make dances, that dance will still be an art form that is funded in some capacity and that people will still come to see live in a theater. I hope that this work can live on well beyond these ideas and constructs that are really kind of rooted in what people expect my experience to be. I've always felt like as a Black dance maker that in some ways I'm marginalized by this sense that everything that I make has to be racialized. But the ironic thing is, I'm not the one necessarily putting that on. I'm just trying to be responsible to who I am and what I represent. So I hope that in 65 years' time, 10 years' time, that I can be making abstract work and it can raise questions well beyond ideas of race, gender, and the like. Ultimately, it's a sense of hope. We have to remain hopeful in the times that we're in. I have to be able to get out of bed and hope that there's something positive that not only I can put forward in this world, but someone will be open to receive.